Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel, Literacy with DJ here, and today is the beginning of a three-part series in which we'll be talking about a book called Stig is a Dump, written by Clive King. This is a classic book about an 8-year-old boy called Barney who stays with his grandma and meets a caveman-like boy named Stig, and they become unlikely friends. Today, we're looking at a summary of chapter 1 and answering some questions. Before we get into this, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I have a book on Amazon called Yes, Words Are Wonderful, in which I talk about my life and other grammar topics. So, if you want to check that out, there'll be a link in the description. Alright, let's get into it. Summary. Barney was always told to stay away from the chalk pit by his sister and grandma, but today he decided that he was going to go and play there. The chalk pit is used as a dump, but this doesn't mean that there isn't any chalk still there. Barney crossed to the edge and tries to look at the bottom of the pit. He fell in. Luckily, he didn't break anything, but he found out that he was tied up in creepers. Creepers are a type of plant that are very vine-like, so they acted like rope. He had also fallen into what he thought was a cave with a roof, which is strange to him, because caves don't usually have roofs that are made from a different material. Barney calls for help, but there doesn't seem to be anyone there. Luckily, someone does come around. He can't seem to talk though, but Barney guesses that his name might be Stig. As it happens, Barney has a penknife in his pocket, which he gives to Stig, and asks to cut him free. Stig uses the penknife to chip at a flint and makes a flint knife instead. Stig cuts Barney free and then shows him around the cave, which turned out to be Stig's home. It turns out that Stig is very clever and has used many things that he had found around the dump that people have thrown away to create things for his home to make it more comfortable to live in. Barney tells his family all about Stig, but they believe he is imaginary. Alright, now that we've looked at the summary, we're going to answer some questions. Answering these 3 questions, I'll be explaining to you what type of questions they are and how to effectively answer them. First question here says, what warning did Barney's sister and grandmother give him about the chalk pit? If we think back to when we were reading the summary, Barney's sister and grandmother told him to stay away from the chalk pit because it was dangerous. So, this is a retrieval question, and we're going to use part of the question to answer it. So, Barney's sister and grandmother warned him not to go to the chalk pit edge as it was dangerous and he might fall in. Barney's sister and grandmother warned him is part of the question here. Barney's sister and grandmother warned him. So that's the retrieval question. First question done. Question 2. Why did Barney decide to revisit the chalk pit that day? Again, another retrieval question. These are all retrieval questions. Why did Barney decide to visit the chalk pit that day? Again, we think back to the PowerPoint and it says that Barney visited the chalk pit to play there. Barney visited the chalk pit. This bit is the language from the question. Visit the chalk pit on that day. That's the whole of the language from the question. Because he wanted to play there. And that's the reason. And final question. What things could Barney see when he landed at the bottom of the pit? Well, the text says that Barney had fallen into a cave-like structure with a roof made of a different material. So that's what he saw. He also saw some creepers and a bank of moss. When Barney landed at the bottom of the pit, he saw a cave-like space with a roof of a different material, moss and creepers. There you go, 3 questions answered, and we summarized chapter 1 of Stig with the Dump. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day, and this is DJ signing out.